Howdy folks, welcome back. We're in the wood shop again, serving our time in confined to quarters issues. And today we're kind of working at the final part of a project that takes about a week to prepare. It's going to be a segmented bowl. And this is the base, which is cherry, and the first two rows are segmented walnut and oak, and the next row is what's called the accent row, and it's 2 strips of walnut glued between 3 strips of soft maple that has some spalding in it. And then the top is oak, and these are a little difficult to turn because this part of the bowl on the inside is straight, not sloped, so it makes it a little difficult to get to the bottom. So here's what the inside looks like, and I've already finished some of the bottom as I was gluing the separate rows on. So what we're going to do, we're going to chuck this up in the lathe, and then we're going to turn off these bottom 2 rows, and we're going to make the accent row round, and then we're going to try and turn this one round. And I've left it especially oversized long because I'd like the bowl to have a little bit of a form like that. So anyway, let's get started. We'll put this in the lathe here, and let's move the camera back a little bit so you can see it a little better. We'll chuck this up in the lathe. Now I've already tried this in the lathe, and it turns pretty smoothly. The challenge in these is getting these rows glued on so that they're centered, and without a center in there, you're reduced to trying to center it on the piece below it, which works okay, except that if the first piece on the turning block isn't centered, the rest of them won't be either. And you get this far out and you get too much of off center, and you're liable to run out of wood to turn. Some of the rows, particularly the accent row, doesn't have as much, even though it looks like it's deep, long, its thickness is much less than the other rows. So we'll tighten this on there. Now we're set for 250, and I think we'll be able to go up to perhaps that's 520. I think we'll try and work with that. We'll get our tool rest set. And in this case, we're going to come around here because we want to work on the side of it here. We want to start rounding this part off, and then eventually we'll blend it into this part. I don't know how much vibration we'll run into, so we'll probably turn these off and get this round. And if we have too much difficulty, we may put the steady rest out here. We'll see. So we're going to be turning at about 520, and I'll get my face shield out here, and I think we'll start with the 1/2-inch gouge. go a little faster. There's 800. And it seems like what might be a good idea here is to come out here and take some off this outer row and try and get it back in balance. It's just a little bit out of balance. That will probably help. Be sure that the workpiece isn't hitting the tool rest. Get all the sharp points turned off here. That should enable it to run a little bit truer. This looks pretty round. Almost. We'll come back here. We're going to work on this piece here. Work on this piece. Starting to establish the shape of the bowl. Outside, bottom shape. Taper it, blend it into the material below it. See how much time we got left here. We're going to be running out of time in this segment. So what's going to likely happen is that we'll probably do this in a couple of segments. And I think we'll try and work a little bit here on the accent row. a little bit. Now we're starting to get this row turned down. On this accent row, we don't want to get it any thinner than we have to. So I think we're going to stop there. And what we're going to do here is we'll start forming this top row. I think we can do that. Start bringing this into So I think we're going to probably call it there for this segment. So we're going to try and bring this down and blend it in with this. So we're off to kind of a start here. This we'll shape this, probably cove this up, and get these all down so that they're smooth. So anyway, that's the last part of making a segmented bowl. This will get, this diameter, this piece will get smaller as we get going here. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good day.